Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you like this video and if you like the kind of content I create, please slap that like button and subscribe, and feel free to comment too. All of that helps. So greetings, my name is John Joseph Xavier Cihon, and I'm coming at you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I'm making this video for my dear friend Liz Victory's That Broadcast News. It's an online show that talks largely about politics, and it definitely, Liz certainly has certain political opinions. And when she asked me to be involved with the show initially, I was hesitant because I didn't want to make videos about politics. And if you've watched the show, you found that I haven't really talked about politics. I've talked about things that interest me, and I've found ways to be a different voice in a show focused on politics in the pandemic. But that being said, today I'm going to break my self-imposed rule, and I'm going to talk a little bit about politics. And the reason I'm going to talk about politics is because after the 2020 election, I had hoped that the divide that I see gripping our country might it's not going to go away. I hoped it would be a little bit less bad, but I already see posts on social media saying, just because the election's over, we know how you voted, we know how the other side voted. And I just see things becoming more and more divided. And that worries me. That absolutely worries me. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So to start out, for those who don't know, I grew up in a rural county in Pennsylvania. I grew up in the only city in a largely rural area in Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania did become key in the 2020 election. And I've seen on social media, and don't think I'm picking on one side here, because each side generalizes. But I've seen people who have never willingly spent time in rural Pennsylvania, never thought about trying to understand how the people there think, absolutely bashing the ignorant rednecks in what they refer to as Pennsyltucky, which is insulting. And if you wonder why they don't agree with you, that's it. So that has bothered me. I live in an urban area now, but I have the ability to understand the point of view and why people do the things they do. And to just dismiss them means you're never going to understand them, and they're never going to vote the way you want them to vote, if that's the attitude. And having grown up in rural Pennsylvania, I can tell you that your milk you drink, the food you eat, in my hometown they made channel lock tools, which are very high quality tools. They made Dad's dog food. They made a lot of things that you use, and you probably need rural Pennsylvania more than they need you, to be honest. But this isn't to bash the other side either. This is just to say that I see so many people dismissing without an attempt to understand. And I see online it gets so heated. I think the reason for that is because people confuse themselves with their opinions. They think that their opinion is their identity. And therefore, if they see an opinion that disagrees with that, their identity is threatened. But if you think your opinion is your identity, and your political views, they are an opinion. You might think they're a deeply held opinion, but they are an opinion. If you think I'm wrong, ask yourself, have I ever changed my mind about anything? Because if you have, then your politics can't be your identity. It's got to be something else. And realizing that it's just an opinion, you don't have to be threatened by other people's opinions. And I do believe that everyone does the best they can. Everyone tries to do what they think is right to the best of their ability given their circumstances at the time. So with that in mind, I don't need to be threatened by anyone else's opinion. And the proof of that is I'm making this video because I fully expect people to say terrible things and tell me how wrong I am because that's how heated it is. So advocating that if you're not threatened by someone else's opinion, you don't have to respond if you see it online. And I know the election is important to people and it does have consequence, but at this point, very few of us have any ability to change anything that's happened. What has happened has happened, and the end result will come about no matter what we do. So for my personal happiness, my peace of mind, I find it best to step away. Why should I waste 30 seconds of my day worrying about something that I have no control over? Why should I allow politics to steal my happiness? It's misery. Today's a beautiful day, and there's plenty of things that are more fun to do than watching newscasts and getting angry at the other side. And the last thing that I would like, and this is a piece of advice that I received that's been very helpful to me, is the person who told it to me said that they always vote. They don't tell anyone who they vote for. And I think that may be a good policy. Going forward, a couple people I'm very close to know who I voted for this past time, but I certainly haven't made it public, haven't put it on social media. So I did vote, and so after you vote, whoever wins is whoever wins. You don't have any control over that. So the person who was telling this to me said that they try to pick one or two policies that the winning candidate has that they can get behind. It might not be who they picked, it might not be who they wanted, but they try to find one or two things that they can get behind. This is so heated right now. I would say if Trump is not your guy, see if you can find something to get behind in the few months that he'll still be president. If you need help, let me suggest that we appear on the verge of a vaccine, and he'll be overseeing distribution of that. His administration will be. And rather than be angry about that, why not wish him success? Why not say, maybe I didn't vote for this guy, maybe I did. Maybe I don't like him, but I hope he has success with distribution of the vaccine. I think that's something that almost everyone should be able to get behind. Just an example. So if Trump's not your guy, try to find something that you can get behind. If Biden's not your guy, that's okay too, but there should be at least one or two things he's going to do that you can get behind. And I find that if I just try to find something that I feel positively about that I can get behind, then it becomes much easier to not get caught up in the national sport of hating the other side. So hopefully that's helpful, and see you next time.